All right, let's see. I'm doggy babysitting. I just got back from a walk with him. He thinks I'm taking him on another walk. I'm not. I'm all done with work today. It's middle of the week, so I'm trying to get in there and at least lay out a new glue. And at least glue up. Do you want some oats, Hank? Huh? Oatsy time? Oatsy time? All right, let's see. I gotta give Hank some oats. You like your oats? He's been pretty quiet today. Hanky's a little jealous of Varro. Are you jealous of Mr. Varro? You don't have to be. You're a horse and he's a dog. Everybody has their place in the world. Horses and dogs. Dogs and horses. All right. Let me get you all set up in there. I believe my luncheon duties. This guy has gotten plenty of walks today. I have walked him until I'm sore. But I want to get this laid out. Maybe even glued up. But I got the connection pieces to do. Let me get in there and take a look, and then I'll put you up on my tripod if it's not too dark. So time change, so I don't like to work in the dark. It's not worth getting hurt out here. And of course I can run a light, but my opinion is lights and saws and being all alone, just not a good mix. But what I'm going to do today is lay those out, get them all lined up. Mr. Barrow's policing the area for me. Does it meet your expectations? All right, let me get that all laid out. I'll put you on stop motion or something while I do that. Alright, so I'm using my cell phone camera. Still haven't figured out that gimbal yet. I got it in and there's all kinds of electronic doodaddies on it. I just thought I'd just slap a phone in it and it'd be pip. So anyway, we're not gimbaling yet. I'm just holding it with one hand. I'm holding it with my good hand. Alright, so while my stop motion runs over there, I'll talk a little bit about what I'm trying to accomplish. So on this cordless, I've got a little flapper disc here. It used to be maybe 60 grit, but I've been using it for quite a while. My glasses are fogging up because the evening air is running in. So let me rotate. All right. Now, these ends, I made them like space alien tight, right? Like space alien tight. Really, really good. There's a little gappy. But the problem is in the middle of the night when I walk into the bathroom, I'm eventually going to kick one of those with my little naked toes. And I'm going to get a boatload of rough-hewn slivers right in my toes. So now that will be buried behind the cabinet. I won't be able to see it easy or sand it easy, but sure enough will be easy to kick it. So I'm going to sand those. Won't take me long. And then I'm going to fill any gaps that show up when I sand it with sawdust and wood glue. And then I'm going to lay out all of the lumber that I need and do a mock-up for final glue up right there. But I wanted y'all to know what I'm doing there. And actually I've gone around this whole thing, you know, and any place like right there, there's a little edge. No, house is a great big area, right? This is a great big area. The other advantage is I haven't treated that, you know, the black stuff that came running through during when I was building the house. That's water damage. So I haven't removed that yet. So, you know, I can get in there and slowly start putting a little. I don't care if it's an antique-y a little bit here and there, but I don't want anybody to look at it and think that it's mold. It's not. It's actually the dust and dirt that runs down off of the container coming in and water staining the wood. But it looks poor. See, just a little bit there made it a lot better. And the camera shows it a lot darker than it is. Look at time get away from me. All right. Let me do this while I'm doing it. You get a full vibe. And, you know, I'm giving it that scraped wood effect is what I'm doing. And killing two birds with one stone. Go back over. They're a big advantage looking through the camera doing it because I can see the dark spots through the camera that I can't see otherwise. Anyway, a little bit in the corners. We'll just give it a little antique-y look. Like the house has been here 1,000 years. Ha! That's what I'm talking about, 1,000-year home. But you see, I roll the edges. If I find a loose sliver and a board while I'm doing it, I'll go ahead. And I've actually gotten back into these corners before with a little tiny Dremel sander and cleaned them up if they bugged me enough. And yeah, I'll clean them up. And then you won't see anything at all. But for now, you get the idea. I don't want to get over by that rope and get it all wrapped around my grinder. All right, well, there you go. There we are. Just like that. See, there are little cobwebs there. All them cobwebs under there. Look, see? And then I'll go over it with linseed oil when they're done. And oh, I see a few spots down there that I missed. And right there, I can see some water damage. I can effectively take the water damage out a little bit or blend it in a little bit, you know, just by doing that real lightly. You know, if I can't get in there well enough with the flat sander, then I'll get in there with something else. There you go. Just break it up a little bit. You can't even tell that it's water damage. That kind of thing. And then anytime I see a big sliver along a piece of wood that I think will hurt somebody, I sand that big sliver off. I've already sanded all those, sanded all that. Probably don't have any big slivers left, but y'all know what I mean. You can look at these and see that the edges are a lot sharper. So anyway, I'll do the same thing on these corners, and then I'll backfill them. Then I'll lay that out and get those built up. And that'll still be on the, the stop motion camera, but I wanted y'all to get a little more insight. All right, here's some close-ups. You can see I broke all of the edges, so if I do walk in here in the middle of the night, and I will 1,000 times, Bathrooms are a little bit of a panic sometimes. Sometimes, you're running. You're not supposed to run in a house. But looky there. But in so doing, right, my wonderful alien edges suddenly get to start. Well, that one's not too bad, but some of them are displaying a little bit now that I sanded them up. Those will have the post in them, so you won't really notice that groove. But I don't know. I might just do a couple of these. Anyway, here we go. Let me show you how to fix up that gap that suddenly showed up. And I'm just going to use dirt. Leftovers. All right, get a little glue on here if I can. What? I don't understand. I'm going to have to use my teeth off grid, and I do not believe in using my teeth. I used this yesterday, and obviously I somehow or another. Okay. Whew, tastes like horse. All right, a little bit of glue in there. Yeah, no problem. The doctors are 100% right. This is definitely not a problem. All right, okay. Don't even notice. Look, right there, you notice? Right there, you don't. And once that dries up, I'll brush them off and kind of mash it in a little bit more. Okay. That's how I'm going to fix those. Let's do another one for display. Man, that's a tight seam mostly, right? But right there, I see a little gap. Let's get in there. Get at it. You cannot believe how difficult that is for me. A little gappy right there. The rest of it's tight. All right, let's smear that in. Smear. Uh-oh, all disappeared down in there. I don't want it to disappear from that. Well, you won't notice it, but I'll tell you, I don't want to leave it all messed up. All right. Kazam! Bippity boppity boop! This cowabunga one, cowabunga! Abracadabra! Alrighty. There. Now looky. I don't really know if you remember seeing that earlier. But now you don't see it at all. I'll go back in there and brush that up a little bit. Now this one, Space Aliens didn't make it. You can easily see that that's got a little gap. It didn't before I sanded it, but, sanding it took that 45 off that was matching and exposed the gap a little further down in there. Okay. One last time. I got faith in me. Oh, looky, I'm nailing it. The shake is gone. I've actually got an arm pressed against my body. Maybe that's the secret. Alrighty. Oh, that one's darker. Wood. Oh, my little broken piece here. Okay. Really, I believe most carpentry, the real skill, all right, master carpenters maybe have a different philosophy. But my opinion is good carpenters just know how to fix their mistakes. That's all there is. And everybody, oh, Steve, that's getting worse. It just simmer down. Simmer down. Trust me. You're right up on it. Are you going to be on the floor of my bathroom? No, you're going to be like over here. Look at that. You can't even see a crack on that one. That one, once it gets done and I brush that off, you won't notice that one. All right. Last fix 'em. Let's do the last fix 'em. The daylights the sun has gone down behind the hill. And I am all alone. Even Varro left me. Varro runned off. Him and Hank. They're probably out causing trouble. My daughter said she's bringing chicken or pizza. It's a surprise. And both of those surprises are most excellent. Most excellent. All right. There we go. Same process as all the other ones. I find myself a pile of dirt. I can close that now. Man, I can't believe I had to use my teeth to open it up. Find myself a pile of sawdust, and I smooch it in. Smooch, 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 smooch. I don't even have to go zip, zap, zoo like I did earlier. Smooch, 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 smooch. Smooch, 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 smooch. There we go. Let me push it in there. Push, 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 push. Hey, Varro. Checking up on me? All right. Thank you. I feel safe. I'm a doggy babysitting. One day, I'll get enough trust in my daughter, she'll let me actually grandson babysit. But she grew up with me, so she's definitely taken her time before she throws the child into the deep waters. I mean, it could be... Oh. All right. I'm a good grandfather. Oh, see that splinter that got me? Did you guys see that? Did I capture that on video? See, I didn't go... Right there, there's a sliver somewhere on my finger now. All right. Let's lay this bad boy out now. I'll let them dry a little bit. I believe they'll be dry by tomorrow. I'll hit them one more time with a real light sanding. Maybe just a wire brush. I'm not sure. And then I'll get this all glued up. But I'm going to lay it out tonight so I can make some measurements for the cross pieces I need to make a box. Take a sander and sand it. But I'm not going to do that until I do a layout on the floor and the cabinets are all straight. When they're perfectly straight, then I'll know. And I'll just put tape on the floor so I know where perfectly straight is. When I know that, then I know that they're all aligned. And then this one, this curious animal, I think I need to pull that base out here and excavate it some more, because you could see on that end that it's up. It wasn't up when I dry fitted, but I probably mixed some of these up. The other thing I might do is move a few of them around and see if I have a better fit. Yada, yada, yada. But it feels like that socket for the board on the base needs to be carved out more so that this thing will settle right. That feels like the right thing. I'll measure the height from the bottom up on all of these, and if all of the panels are the same height, then I'll know that I gotta chisel that out. So this is it for the night. I'm gonna leave it just like this in the hopes that it doesn't warp any of my boards during one night. Woo. Some of these are darn tight. Now these are just put together with groove and socket, right? There is no glue in these. There's no nails. There's no nothing. And that one I could move all the way around. This one, because of this weird cantilever, I can't move all the way around. It's not right. So one of these is spot on cabinets. One of them's not. It's way dark. I don't know. Varro's not checking on me anymore. Varro, did you give up? I don't know. I got to keep my eye on him. There's a lot of shooting out here, and he's definitely a coyote, wolfy looking dog. So he knows the fence, so usually he stays close to home. All right. I know this might be a short video. It's middle of the week. I'm fighting here. I'm struggling to find enough hours in the day for me to be able to work and do my full-time job and do my full-time building. 2 full-time jobs. I don't have that much stamina. I like my job too. I like both my jobs. So, and I need to call my dog home. Oh, never mind. Never mind, everybody. Everybody relax. Worry warts. All just a bunch of worry warts. Good boy. Let's see. Show everybody how smart you are. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Stay. Load up. And that's why I babysit Varro. Come here, buddy. You are awesome. Like, subscribe, Steve and Varro and Hank. I can't get Hank to do that. Come on now. The other thing about that's neat, you could point for a horse, you go, I'm going, well, no, Hank does see it. Hank knows when I say I'm going this way, he goes that way. But Varro, definitely, when I point, he's all over it. Right, buddy? Yeah, you good boy. All right, off he goes. He wants me to take him for a walk. Well, I'm obligated now. I am obligated now. Zoomies. The zoomies have commenced. All right, fine. Do you want to go for a quick walk up to the gate? We'll check that out. How about that?